Liverpool are locked to win the Champions League final against Tottenham Hotspur over at Madrid, Spain. For 2018-19 Liverpool, they enter the Champions League final with 30 wins for the entire season. Well, actually, that's 30 wins for the Premier League. Let me go through all of their wins for the season. It should provide the whole summary. That's great. They enter the Champions League final with 36 wins for the season against Tottenham Hotspur. Because the Spurs equals 36, Hotspur equals 36. However, for Tottenham Hotspur, they're just going to be a finalist. They got over the hump of losing cup semifinals against Ajax, but they're going to be a finalist in the final. Finalist Hotspur and the Spurs all equal 36. Liverpool is going to win its 36th game. They're going to win their 37th game, but they enter the final with 36 wins against Tottenham. The final is going to be played on June the 1st. That can be written out as 6-1. It's funny how Liverpool FC equals 61 in 133. That's how I predicted them to beat Bayern Munich on the 13th day of March. I can link that video here. It is Liverpool's nickname is the Reds. It's Rojos. The Spanish word for red equals 23. It's Spain that equals 23. Now, Jurgen Klopp can win his 119th game in the Champions League final as a manager. So here's his record. Let me get that right here. So that would be, it's just showing Premier League there. I need the full picture there. It's not providing me full picture for Jurgen Klopp here. Okay. He would win his 119th game as the Liverpool manager against Tottenham Hotspur. That is the plan, to allow Liverpool to win the Champions League this year for the gang that rigs over the sports leagues. All seeing eye 119. Master plan 119. You know what that was? It was to have Jurgen Klopp finally win a trophy. His first trophy since winning the Bundesliga with Borussia Dortmund. He's had a long run of losing cup finals. Lost the Champions League final 2012. Football League Cup runner-up with Liverpool. Runner-up in 2015-16, the Europa League. Runner-up in the Champions League. So that spell has to win for Jurgen Klopp to give him a 1-4 record in cup finals. It's end that also equals 23 in gematria. End equals 23 and 14, and his cup record would be 14-4. His cup record would be 1-4. Well, actually, it would be 2-4 if you include DFB Pokal. It's going to be 2-4. Tottenham are going to lose the final because this is the 64th edition of the Champions League, and it is, Zionists that rig over the Champions League. And it's funny how Tottenham was in the final in the first place. When they have their Jewish connection with their fans and whatnot, they call themselves the Yid Army because the Jews like to follow Tottenham Hotspur. Well, it's Israel, it's Zion, it's Synagogue of Satan that equals 64 in the 64th edition of the Champions League final this year. It's Synagogue of Satan that equals 190. And you look at Jurgen Klopp entering the Champions League final with 190 losses. So this is his moment to win the final here. 190 losses. This all lines up with the value of Israel, Zion, Synagogue of Satan, and the gang that rigs over the sports leagues. It is this Masonic Zionist Kabbalic gang. Because Hotspur equals 31, Madrid equals 31, so they may be having Tottenham lose again. I mean, to give Jurgen Klopp and Liverpool something out of this record-breaking season, but the narrative is for Liverpool not to choke. Because the Reds equal 79 and 34, Chokers equal 79 and 34. They collapsed with Brendan Rodgers. Remember that? The story is for Liverpool to win the UEFA Champions League final. I mean, look, City of Madrid, Spain equals 87 in gematria, and Rojos equal to 87, I believe, there. Okay, that didn't equal 87 there. I thought it did for a second. Jurgen Klopp is a man to win the final. Jurgen, 75. It's Tottenham Football Club. That equals 75 in gematria. So really the story is for Jurgen Klopp to go out there and pick up his first set of silverware. That is the story for the Champions League final. I'd be really surprised if Liverpool don't win.